Top Tactic Fishing here. Welcome to today's episode as we are going through this thick brush, doing a carp fishing episode for you guys today. And we are back at this familiar creek spot, hoping to get a big one today. We are at the time of the year where the big ones should be starting to move through the creeks as well, and that's what we're hoping for today. So we were fishing the incoming tide, and so tide is going to be coming up through here, and we're not going to cast too far out because this water is going to fill up here quickly, just like right there, man. That's all we need. When fishing the incoming tide, you don't need to cast out too super far out. So I just think these carp feed a little bit closer to the bank. All right, hopefully we can get something. We have the tiger nut with the pop-up corn on this one. This second rod is gonna have a 20mm boilie, pineapple flavor percent. Okay, I'm gonna cast this one just right from here. Don't want to get too muddy yet. If the bite's hot, we will get muddy. So we'll just do it. Perfect. Alright, our last rod for today is going to have a CC more in this one pop up. Fix the line there. Okay. Give this a toss over here. Beautiful. All right, fishing the incoming tide can be a little bit tricky. I always find tidal carp fishing very hit or miss. You just never really know what tide these carp are really gonna be biting on. Oh, it's slippery through here. And so one day it could be a really good outgoing tide bite. The next day it could be a strong incoming tide bite, and it'll be dead. Usually when it comes to the tides, I find one tide's usually hot and one's pretty cold. Now that being said, I've caught carp all during high and low tide, and incoming, outgoing doesn't really matter technically. So biggest tip of advice I could tell you is to fish a whole day with both tides to see when these carp are feeding. So, and today I'm just fishing the incoming tide, so I could just blank today, not get anything. So I'm kind of taking a chance here, but I fish this area pretty pretty often enough that I think we'll get something regardless. So like I said, high tide, incoming tide, you don't have to cast too far. At least through here you don't. You can see the mud right in front of me, which is really good for carp, especially during the cooler months. They'll kind of hang out in these mud, soft bottoms, but I think out in the middle here it kind of gets a little bit more rocky and things like that, but it's still a pretty flat bottom with mud. So we'll see what we can get, guys. Just the 3 rods, Okuma Carp Avenger rods on these with the Avenger reels, and let's see if we can get one. Stay tuned. this fish brought me all the way down. Jeez, he is really moving upstream here. Did he get me snagged up? Come on, buddy. Uh-oh. Not as big as I thought, but he's really bringing me to town. Small one. Definitely a small one. Jeez, he is a tiny little thing. Gotta be shitting me with all these rocks. You just don't get as many big fish here anymore like I used to for some reason. And he is small. This fish is small. This is like the canal spot, kind of small. Okay. Okay, there's the proof. Tiger nut pop-up corn. Small fish, very small carp. Okay, small one. Very small. All right. Let's do the tiger nut pop-up corn. Incoming tide. Let's release it. Has to be a male carp. Another carp on. staying hunkered down. He's small though. He's just moving like crazy. Yeah, he's small guy. A lot of small fish today. But we're getting another run. Might be getting a double. That middle rod is going crazy. Middle rod is. Yep, we're getting another run. Another small fish here. These carp may have already spawned out here. I really don't know. This is on the pop-up corn and tiger nut again. I'm gonna have to really tighten this up. A little bit bigger head on this one. Let me see what's going on with this rod here. This rod was just bouncing like crazy. Might be a catfish. See, I think it's just a cat. Yep, cat on the boilie. Oh, I think he came off. This one came off. Okay. All right, guys. Here we are, bigger one. Oh. He's long. This one has a big mouth on him too. Here we are. Tiger nut pop-up corn again. Always does well at this location. So let's go ahead and release this one. Here he goes. All right, guys, we're gonna call it quits. Just a very short session today. Just want to show you some of the things I focus on when I fish the incoming tide. Not many secrets associated with it. Really, it's just being mindful of, you know, the water level, and you just may have to set your pod back from time to time, like what I've been doing here. But biggest thing is just like you don't have to cast too far, and I don't feel like you have to cast like in the middle of the creek or the river or the waterway that you're fishing. So these fish are a lot closer than you think, and be aware, like in my area here, it's a muddy bottom, so I think these carp feed along the bank as well during high tide. So just some of the things I've learned along the way when I've been fishing the tide. And so just a couple fish. I'm sure if we stayed longer, we'll be able to get more fish for you guys, but really just want to do more of a tactic kind of video that I focus on. And so we did get a couple carp, not the size that we would want, but still a fish, still the target species. So, and next video, hopefully we can get some bigger carp for you guys. And I appreciate you guys watching as always. Give a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one on Top Tactic Fishing. Take care, guys.